I got back with my ex and now we're getting married. So my current fiance was actually my first ever boyfriend when I was 14 years old. To me, like, I cannot count it because it was just not my first like real relationship. It was definitely a child relationship. Honestly, like, I do not call him my ex. I do not even feel like he's my ex because we never even met in person. I met Luke on a game called Minecraft when we were literally children. We dated for 2 years online and we never ended up meeting in person because we were just kids. Like, I am definitely the type of person to be like, once I say a relationship's over, like, it is over. Like, we are never, ever, ever getting back together. Yeah, it takes me a lot to end a relationship, and once I decide to do it, like, I'm serious about it. And like, he was never an ex that I thought I was gonna end up rekindling with. And actually, I think he's my only ex that I was actually on really bad terms with for a really long time. He hated me for ages. Like, we were not on good terms at all. I had never met him in person before, and then when I went to London for the first time for work, I just felt like, why not? I was single. Both of our relationships had ended, and I was like, we should just rekindle, see what happens. Because I just genuinely wanted to meet him. Not even did I want to date him. I just wanted to meet him because we had never met. And lo and behold, now we're getting married. Surprise, Sade! This is not your sign to get back with your ex, guys. If you're taking this video as that, as I said, I'm very much one of those people saying, you know, once it's done, it's done. Like, I do not believe in that. I do not stand for that. Do not try this at home. Try this at your own risk.
Why is my best friend actually in love with my boyfriend? My boyfriend plays soccer, but he's on 2 different club teams, so I don't make it to all his games. But my best friend will text me every time before his game. I don't know how she finds out he has a game, because I said he didn't tell her. Like, there's no one else on the team that she knows. And also, he's the only person that's on both the teams. Like, no one else is on both of these club teams. So there would be no one else that she would be asking or going there for. So every time that I say I'm not going to the game, she's there, and he tells me. But, like, she's never been to a game that I'm at. And the weird part is, like, his games, even the home ones, are, like, at least 20 minutes away. And the away ones are even farther, and she goes to the far-ass away ones that I can't make it to. Now, I've known about this for a while since it started, because he's been telling me, but I haven't said anything or done anything about it, because I was like, whatever, maybe there's another reason she's there, I don't know, she's just bored, needs something to do. But he said that, like, every game, she'll come over and be like, good job, congrats, blah, 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 or I'm sorry if they lost, whatever. Last week, at his game, he said that she, like, was coming over to him and, like, starting conversation. And she was talking to him, it was super duper flirty, and he just kept saying, like, I have to go. Then he got in his car and called me and told me about it right away. So now I'm getting ready to go to his game, and I told her that I'm not going. If she's there, then I'm gonna confront her and be like, what the fuck? Which, by the way, I know she'll freaking be there because she's at every single one. And, like, I guess there's been other instances where, like, the 3 of us have been together, like, at a party, whatever, in school, where she has been kind of flirty, but I was just always like, okay, I'm right next to her. So I guess at the last game, she, like, went over to him after the game was over, and she was like, she pulled up this picture on her phone of, like, this girl on her boyfriend's back, like, after one of his soccer games, and she was like, can we recreate this picture? And he was like, no. He was like, no, and I have to leave. But he showed it to me. Like, he found the picture that she was showing him, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, you don't take that with someone that's not your boyfriend, let alone your best friend fucking boyfriend. No. But I'm actually excited to go and confront her. Me and my boyfriend have been together for, like, almost 2 years now, and everything was fine up until recently. They never even really talked unless I was there, up until her and her boyfriend broke up, maybe, like, 4 months ago, and that's when she started going to all his games. Okay, I also just remembered this other thing that happened that, like, I didn't think it was that weird at the time, but she had texted me and was like, hey, can we hang out? And I was like, sorry, I'm with my boyfriend right now, but if you wait until, like, blah, 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 whatever time, we could hang out, do whatever. And so she's like, okay. And then she shows up at my house, knocks on my door, and was like, let's go to Target. All three of us can go. I was like, okay. Like, I was kind of fine with it because I was like, whatever, like, we have nothing to do anyways. We'll just go. She made him drive, but raced me. Literally sprinted to his freaking car and sat in the front seat. And me and him just looked at each other, we're like, okay. Time to go confront her.
Yes, I'm coming. His mom's calling me. My boyfriend's mother and I have been getting closer, which has been awesome. My boyfriend's Haitian. I'm Haitian also. Me and my boyfriend growing up in America, it's definitely different than them growing up in Haiti. There's a culture gap. Recently, we've been bonding a lot. Her and her husband are about to renew their vows. I went dress shopping with her. We tasted cake together, the food together. It's just been nice. And it's been great to finally bond with her because my boyfriend and I have been together for 3 years. And I've been kind of uptight because, you know, Caribbeans are kind of strict. I've been able to like let loose. We're able to joke around now. His parents are pretty successful. Like his dad's a doctor, his mom's a registered nurse, and I create content. I have never actually even mentioned my TikTok to them. Haitians in general, not them specifically, they don't care about how many followers you have. They want to see nursing. They want to see doctor. But they love me though. They have not said anything bad. But it's been nice to bond with her through this. I enjoy hanging out with her now. You know, sometimes I come here to hang out with her. So this is not talked about enough. Essence Lash Mascara. Okay. This is the look. Bye.
Date night.
He ate the gum out of my mouth. Get ready with me while I tell you about my craziest experience working at Hooters so far. I'm getting there when the morning girls are leaving and obviously like the afternoon, evening, night girls are coming in. So the girl that was there before me, she had a guy that was not ready to leave yet. So she transferred him to me. I want to preface this by saying he had already been drinking a lot. So I go over, I introduce myself, and he's immediately like showering me with compliments. Oh my gosh, you are so beautiful. He had like a really thick accent. You look like my ex-wife. You're so beautiful. You should be a model. He tells me to go get him a beer. So I go get the beer. I come back and I'm chewing gum. Keep this in mind. He's telling me like, oh, I'm single. I really think you're beautiful. Like when I have a girlfriend, I do everything for her. Like listening like, oh yeah, okay, that's cool. Out of nowhere, he's like, give me your gum. This gum? Out my mouth? And he's like, that gum in your mouth, give me your gum. So at this point, I'm laughing because I think he's joking. He is extremely serious. So the hustler in me, I'm like, okay, well, that's not free. That's gonna cost you. He's like, okay. He takes out his wallet, pulls out a $50 bill, puts it on the table. You're dead ass, like you're for real. So I like spit it into my hand, start like reaching to give it to him, and he grabbed the gum out of my hand and plops it in his mouth as if somebody was about to come take it. And when I said, like, this man was moaning, like chewing it, like, when I have your gum in my mouth, it feels like I kiss you. I leave the table because obviously with the $50, finding every one of the girls that I worked with and telling them like, you're not gonna believe this. Like he just gave me $50 for the chewed up gum, the stale chewed up gum out of my mouth. I went back because he's my table, pulls out the 50, puts it on the table, and he's like, I want more chewed gum. Go get it. I grabbed my whole pack of gum, put it in my pouch because I had a feeling I was gonna need the whole thing. And best believe, I chewed up that gum and gave it to him again, and he gave me $50 again. I kid you not, for the whole rest of the night. Every time I came back with a new piece of gum, he would take the old gum out of his mouth, put it in a napkin, fold it up, and say, I'm gonna keep this in my room next to my bed. I cut him off and I told him like, I can't serve you anymore. You paid a few of my bills tonight and thank you. So I gave him a hug. He like went in my ear and whispers, I can't say it on TikTok, I can't. I was like, okay, that's enough. You gotta go. You gotta go. I'm a little scared now. That's a little too much. And I made bread that night. But him alone, I'm telling you, $400 to $500. Like, I've been at Hooters for almost a year now. We experience weird stuff all the time. But honestly, nothing has topped this story. It was interesting.
Things that will immediately ruin my day, no matter how much fun I'm having. If I'm left undelivered,
but you're watching my story? You must like to play with your life. Why are you weird? I know you're on your phone. You know you're on your phone, but you're actively choosing to ignore me and then letting me know that you're ignoring me. There's a special place for you, and I'll give you a hint. It's hot. Second thing that will immediately ruin my day. If I walk into a restaurant or a fast food place and the worker is trying to memorize my order and predict what you're gonna order and like beat you to it, I don't like that. Like, what if I want something else? Like during senior year, I was at Chick-fil-A so much that they didn't even call my name anymore. They just handed me the bag. Now suddenly I have to air out the whole store. Don't piss me off. Like, now I'm not even hungry. Next thing that will ruin my day. If we're out to eat and all of a sudden it's split the bill when I got rice and y'all got lobster. Split the bill, but I got $30 in things and y'all got $70 in things. Are you mad? Be careful with those split the bill warriors. They're up to no good. Next thing that will ruin my day. Literally sweating. I absolutely hate sweating. I'm one of those people who gets angry from the heat. Like, as soon as I start sweating, I don't want to do anything anymore. Wherever we're walking to, I don't want to walk anymore. Whatever activity we're doing, I don't want to do it anymore. Next thing that will ruin my day. If we're hanging out and we're spilling tea and suddenly you go, oh, I don't think I could get into that. Or, I don't think I could say that, or I said too much. Who are you running from? Who's recording you? I'm a little confused. Like, I just told you every ounce of tea and things that I was keeping so deep in my butthole, but the second it's your turn, you don't want to say anything or you said too much. Now I can't even have fun at the hangout anymore because now I'm overthinking, like, do you work with the ops? Next thing that will immediately ruin my day. If I'm getting ready and then you suddenly text me that you're canceling the plans. There was literally one time I was in the Uber and then they texted canceling the plans. Ooh, I was so mad that day. I don't think y'all understand. I understand that things happen and plans have to be canceled. That's fine. But at least do it in the AM. Don't wait until like 30 minutes until the plans actually start to be like, oh, never mind. Especially if it's plans that revolve around being in the city. You're gonna wait until I'm on said transportation to tell me that you're not going anymore. I will not talk to you for like a week. I'm not gonna lie. I will get mad. But we are finished. Deuces, deuces, and deuces.
Get ready with me to go to a party where I tell you about things that my ex did to me. Today's a good brow day, so I know my makeup is finna come out cute. Okay, so starting off strong, in October, we had got into an argument. Mind you, it took this girl 6 months to ask me to be her girlfriend. Yes, I was in a 6 months talking stage. Okay. So after the second month, I should have been done, but no, I was being stupid, so. Anyway, so starting off strong, we got into an argument. Mind you, we started talking in June. June of 2022. And we got into an argument in October of 2022. Mind you, I'm still not a girlfriend. Anyways, we got into an argument and we were not talking at the moment. And so I went on her following. Something told me. Actually, I could tell you. So, you know how on TikTok you can have your profile views on? Her ex was in my profile views. And I was like, that's weird. Like, because this girl has never been in my profile views before, which, that's fine. I have no animosity with the ex because she's not my problem. You feel me? So her ex was in my profile views, and I was like, okay. So something told me to go look at who she was following. And, of course, she was following her ex back again. So I was sad, okay? Like, oh, sorry, I can't cuss. Not even like sad. Like, at first I was shocked. I'm like, oh wow, like this girl really played me. Like, I got played. Oh my god. But then it turned into sadness. So we hadn't been talking literally only for a couple days, but I ended up texting her the night that I saw she was, and I saw that she was following her ex at work, y'all. So I was trying to hold it in. I get home and I was crying and stuff. So yeah, I texted her that night and I was like, oh, can I ask you something? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, were you still talking to your ex the whole time or something? Like, not being very direct, but I was just wondering. And I was like, oh, because I peeped y'all followed each other. And she was like, let me tell y'all the BS answer that this girl gave me. So my ex is a stud, by the way, okay? And this girl told me that she followed her ex back because they were in the same basketball community and she didn't want any unnecessary beef. Her ex-girlfriend, is a grade above us, in college in a different state, and you are still, and they didn't even go to the same, she transferred out of that high school. So I'm like, the math was not mathing at all, okay? Long story short, when we had gotten to our argument, she unfollowed me, right? So mind you, she wasn't following me, but she was following her ex. We got back on talking terms, and this girl still was following her, and I was like, no. Go to part 2.
Get ready with me, story time edition on how I got into my first fight. I'm gonna like drag it out a little bit, but oh well. So basically, I started being friends with this girl, and she introduces me to her friend group, and everyone just loves me at this point. Everyone starts being friends with me, hanging out with me, even when she's not there. So I guess she felt some type of way, but I didn't really care, to be honest. So she likes this boy in our friend group, and he likes me, but he basically likes everyone. So I kind of didn't really care if he liked me or didn't. But she really liked him, and he didn't like her, and he basically liked everyone. So I don't know why he didn't like her. JK, I know why. But yeah, she starts moving like, oh, you want him, da-da-da-da, knowing I did not want him at all. Like, why would I lose a friendship over a boy? Like, no, I'm not that type of girl at all. And yeah, basically she finds a new friend group, and they press me. Yes, I get a little bit scary because it was 3 of them and 1 of me. Yes, my friends were around, but still, arguing by myself. So obviously, I just let her talk, and I'm like, hit first. And obviously, she is not going to hit first, and she did it. And I finally catch her when she's by herself, y'all. So I end up forgiving her, but then me and my friends are hanging out, like, I don't even know where we're actually. And we get into the elevator, and I was like, get out the elevator, because she said something so like out of pocket, y'all, and I said get out, and she was like, why was I get out? I was like, I want to fight. And she was like, oh, why? And I'm like, girl, like, what are you talking about? I was like, you always trying to punk me, da 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 da. And she's like, nobody's trying to punk you, girl. And I was like, nah, you're by yourself now, and if you're really about it, like, let's fight. And we end up fighting, da 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 da, and we get downstairs, like, the fight's over, and I literally dismissed her from her own building. Yes, we were in her building. I dismissed her from her own building. I was like, you're done, bye. And she was like, no, what are you talking about? And then she catches me outside, y'all. And when I tell y'all don't even want to know what happened next. All right, that's part 2.
Story time on how I got finessed at a $3,000 by a Chicago nigga. So, y'all, we gonna call this man Traydon. Now, I met Traydon back up in, like, late February of 2024. He slid in the DMs. Now, I ain't gonna lie, that was probably the first red flags, because my future husband is not sliding in no bitch DMs. Like, my future man is gonna be somewhere living in Antarctica playing with penguins, fishing, ice fishing. Now, there was so much drama surrounding Traydon. Like, the initial day that I first met him, like, it was an incident involving a pill, involving his car key getting lost, involving me needing to go to the hospital, me needing to cancel clients. But that's another story for another day. We here to focus on the money. Y'all, it was just so many red flags. But me trying to, find love in Chicago, I was just determined to make it work with Traydon for some odd reason. Now, Traydon was a scammer, but I did not think Traydon would scam me. So whenever I would be with Traydon, like, of course, he would ask me to, cash out some people for him, like, give me the cash. Like, I was a part of his move. So I'm thinking I'm feeling real special. And wrong. Baby, you be trying to be a ride or die, and these niggas will leave you for dead, baby. Just get the fuck out the car. So this particular day, I'm not with him, but of course, like I said, I have been making, like, of course, little transactions with him, and he asked me to Zelle $3,000 to somebody. Now, me being me, I'm like, yeah, baby, I got you, whatever. Y'all, he tells me he's going to give it to me in cash, and that he was waiting to pick up a car from Gurney. So, Traydon has a loft downtown Chicago, and I was downtown this particular day working on a celebrity contract. So, I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to meet you downtown when you done getting your car situated, and, yeah, meet me with my motherfucking money. So, it ended up getting really late, and, of course, Mama had to go pick up her baby. So, I told him, okay, I'm going to come pick up the money for you tomorrow. He like, okay.
When I was younger, my mom would always say, if you ever got kidnapped, they would give you right back my ADHD. If you're not as lucky as me, let me tell you what you can do to ensure that you never get kidnapped. Stop lighting up the damn room. Be a wet blanket. Don't be blonde. Not even the box kind. I know y'all like to tussle about a natural blonde or a box dye blonde. So happy for you that you made the head cheerleader position. However, let's go ahead and turn it down, okay? Because the girls on the team are going to want to unalive you. The girls that didn't make the team are going to want to bury you. And the creepy old man that's been watching you for weeks, he's going to want to bury you. While we're at it, let's go ahead and get out of that small town. Should have been taught this when you were younger, but I'm going to go ahead and say it. Don't help nobody look for their damn puppy. Don't go on a hike with that man. Tell his ass to take a hike instead. Do you honestly think that that grown man having car trouble needs your help? Don't marry the man whose wives died accidentally. All three of them. If y'all broke up, don't agree to meet him in a sketchy area. Don't tell your friend that her boyfriend was trying to sleep with you, because she gonna start acting funny and they both gonna put you to sleep indefinitely. If you get a promotion over that old head that gave that job his blood, sweat, and tears, you're a goner. Some of y'all be talking about, oh, make a kidnapper see you as human. He's an animal. He kidnapped you. Bite his ass and give us some DNA to work with. I understand that man played with you and tricked you out some chissy, but don't you tell that man, wife. Why would you pull your car over in the middle of the night to get that man directions? I don't give a damn about that kid with him. Don't tell nobody you won the lottery. Anyways, I'm cute. Bye.
Get ready with me for a fight. So basically, this girl wants to fucking fight me, y'all. Like, if you know me at school, I'm like one of the sweetest people. Like, I mind my business. I don't talk to anybody. Like, I have my 4 friends that I talk to all day. No, 5 that I talk to all day. If you don't see me talking to them, then I have my headphones in and I'm minding my business. So, there's this girl. Not gonna say names. We're just gonna call her Mia. So, y'all remember yesterday how I was talking about Sam and how he's a hoe, right? And how I wanted to mess with him, but he didn't want a relationship, basically. So, I stopped talking to him. So, I forgot to say good morning. Good morning. I was just too excited to tell this story. So, he used to mess with this other girl named Bree before he started to mess with me. And Bree got really sad that, because she really liked him. And so she got really sad that he didn't want to, be in a relationship with her, basically. So when he started messing with me, she got mad at me. So Miss Girl is mad at me, and she was like, and Simone was kissing on my boyfriend. First of all, baby, I didn't even kiss him. I never put my hand, that boy never put a hand on me. I never put a hand on that boy. So where did you get kissed at from? Because that never happened. So let me get into, what happened yesterday. So I was minding my business, and every little so often when I am in the mood, I go into the bathroom to see how I look, just to see if I have something on my face or something. So I go into the bathroom, and she happens to walk in before me. So I walk into the bathroom, and she happens to walk in before me, and I'm just checking myself in the bathroom. Because, every so often I just go in the bathroom and to see how I look. And she happens to go in before me. She says, when I walk in there, she says, I'm not going to deal with this bitch, and walks out. I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt, babes. So I'm like, okay, maybe she's not talking about me. So then I get out the bathroom and walk into my class, and she goes and says, she talking all this shit, but she not going to do nothing. Y'all gonna have to go to part 2. Sorry.